Some poisons come in pretty bottles wrapped in silk and smiles. But the deadliest ones wear a crown and whisper love while pulling the trigger. Beautiful Venom by Rina Kent is a story where revenge and obsession walk hand in hand and the line between love and destruction blurs until nothing remains but fire. It's not a fairy tale. It's a tragedy laced in silk and stitched with secrets. If you think you're stepping into a romance, think again. This is a battlefield dressed as a love story, and survival depends on who strikes first. Silver Queens is not a place for the weak. It's the breeding ground of monsters masquerading as royalty. Heirs with too much money and not enough conscience, where power plays are deadlier than any weapon. That's where Reina Ellis finds herself caught in the eye of a storm she never asked for. Reina isn't just any student. She's determined, smart, and independent. The kind of girl who's had to build walls to protect her dignity from the wolves circling around. But even the strongest walls can crumble when the venom seeps in slow and sweet. And that venom has a name: Asher, Vasiliev. Asher is Silver Queen's golden boy with a mind sharp as a blade and a heart encased in ice. He's ruthless, calculating, and dangerously charming. The kind of guy who doesn't chase girls but sets traps and watches them fall. Everyone fears him, respects him, envies him. But no one truly knows him. Not until Reina stumbles into his line of sight, and suddenly he's not just interested, he's obsessed. An obsession from someone like Asher doesn't come with flowers. It comes with cages. Their connection begins like a match thrown into gasoline. Reina is the only one who dares to challenge him. She doesn't melt under his stare or bend to his cruel little games, and Asher doesn't take no for an answer. What starts as manipulation slowly morphs into something darker, more possessive. He doesn't want to own her. He wants to consume her, break her, rebuild her into something that belongs to him entirely. And Reina finds herself caught in a web she didn't even see being spun. But Reina has secrets of her own. She's not the naive girl everyone thinks she is. Beneath her composed exterior lies a fire forged from betrayal, heartbreak, and rage. She has her reasons for keeping people out. She has her ghosts and scars, and as Asher draws closer, she starts to wonder if he's just another predator, or if he's the first person who might actually understand the shadows inside her. Asher doesn't just play games, he designs them. He isolates her from friends, controls her schedule, manipulates every inch of her life, until Reina begins to feel like she's trapped in a palace made of mirrors and lies. But what Asher didn't expect is that Reina doesn't break easily. She learns how to fight back. She learns how to play dirty. She stops being the prey and starts becoming a hunter. And that's when the lines really blur. Their dynamic becomes a brutal back and forth of passion and punishment. Every touch burns, every glance wounds, every kiss tastes like war. They hurt each other and heal each other in equal measure until neither of them knows where one ends and the other begins. The more Asher tightens his grip, the more Reina finds ways to twist out of it, only to fall right back into his arms. They're toxic, addictive, magnetic. But outside of their chaos, the world is still spinning. Reina is being watched, threatened, sabotaged. Someone else wants to see her fall. And suddenly, Asher's possessiveness becomes protection. He begins to realize that what he feels for Reina isn't just a passing obsession. It's deeper, more dangerous. It's love disguised as obsession. And love in Asher's world is a bloody, brutal thing. As Reina uncovers truths about her past, about the secrets she's been shielded from, she realizes that the venom in her life didn't begin with Asher. It was always there, lurking under the surface. Her family is more involved in the school's twisted politics than she ever knew. Her enemies wear friendly faces, and every step she takes is on a tightrope stretched over betrayal and ruin. Asher's world begins to crack too. His past comes back in sharp, haunting fragments. The walls he built start closing in, and Reina becomes the only light in his darkness. But to protect her, he must do the one thing he's never done: give up control. And to love him fully, Reina must learn to trust again. But trust is the hardest thing when all you've ever known is survival. The climax of Beautiful Venom comes like a knife to the chest. Lies unravel. Deals are exposed. Blood is spilled. Reina is forced to make a choice between freedom and Asher, and she realizes that sometimes love isn't about walking away. It's about staying and fighting for the soul beneath the scars. Asher, too, must face the fact that if he truly loves her, he has to let her be free, even if it means losing the one thing that ever made him feel human. But Rina Kent doesn't write simple endings. She writes endings that hurt and heal. Reina and Asher aren't just characters, they're raw, jagged pieces of a broken puzzle that somehow fit together. And by the final page, the venom has become a cure. The poison of their pasts becomes the antidote for their future. They don't ride off into the sunset. They walk into the storm hand in hand with their demons trailing behind them and a promise on their lips that whatever comes next, they'll survive it together. Beautiful Venom is not for the faint of heart. It's not soft or sweet. It's a brutal examination of obsession, trauma, power, and love in its ugliest, most honest form. It's about two people so damaged they can only find peace in each other's ruin. And yet somehow, in all that darkness, there's a flicker of something, something worth fighting for. Rina Kent delivers. A masterpiece of dark romance with razor-sharp tension, morally gray characters, and a story that claws its way into your bones and stays there. Asher and Reina's relationship isn't something to be admired, it's something to be survived. And that's what makes it unforgettable. Because sometimes the most beautiful things grow from the most poisonous roots. Let beautiful venom wrap around your soul like silk soaked in secrets. Let it sting, let it hurt, and then let it make you believe that even the most broken hearts can still beat in sync.